Hello, today I'll be covering the Lady of Elchi, also known as the Lady of Atlantis. Whether she was a funerary holder, a depiction of a goddess, or an Iberian princess, the Lady of Elchi's origin can never be known for sure. Nevertheless, it is widely believed to be one of the most striking examples of sculpture work found on the planet. The mysterious artifact, a polychrome bust that depicts the head of a woman, was unearthed by chance in 1897. It was supposedly stumbled upon by a young farm worker who was clearing an area for planting on the La Alcudia estate in Elche, part of the Spanish province of Alicante in the country's southeast. The Lady of Elche looks stunning, to say the least, and the sculpture depicts the head, neck, and shoulders down to the chest of a woman who appears to lack any particular expression or emotions on her face. Two big coils called rodettes are featured prominently on the lady's elaborate headdress, positioned on either side of her head, and tassel like earrings hang down to the shoulders. A carved necklace further adorns her neck and chest, and the origin of the bust is the subject of much debate. Some scholars argue that she is Iberian, others that she is a carved image of the goddess of Carthage called Tanit. This goddess is known to have ruled over the moon, the sun, and the other stars in the known universe, and ancients would invoke her for fertility. Another theory is that the Lady of Elchi represents a goddess of Atlantis, or maybe she was some sort of priestess. According to archaeologists, the Lady of Elchi was produced around the 4th century BC, and the stone used suggested it was carved not very far from where it was found centuries later. When the bust was unearthed, traces of vivid colors such as red and blue were also noticed, meaning its ancient makers likely had it painted as well. Shortly after it was discovered, the owner of the property sold it to a French archaeological connoisseur named Pierre Paris, after which the artifact ended up in the Louvre. The artifact remained in Paris until the beginning of the 1940s, when it was returned to Spain at a time when France was undergoing a difficult period under World War II rule. Reportedly, the Lady of Elchi sculpture was accepted in an exchange program that included several other pieces of artwork negotiated with the government of Spain. And as some historians had remarked, this has been an exchange which was not in favor of France. Another version of this is in 1897, archaeologists uncovered a stunning artifact on a private estate at La Alcudia in Valencia, Spain. This find was a statue, a polychrome bust of a woman's head, believed to date back to the 4th century BC, and the bust features a woman wearing an elaborate headdress, and it's now seen as one of Spain's most famous icons. The bust is known as the Lady of Elchi. It is said that a young boy of 14 had overturned a stone when he came across the bust. The bust shows the woman's head, neck, and shoulders, and extends down to her chest. However, it's possible that the bust was originally part of a larger, full-body statue. The complex headdress features two large coils known as rodettes on either side of the head and face, and it's known that this was a ceremonial headdress, and the woman may have been a priestess. The headdress runs across the forehead with a pattern of raised marble-shaped bumps, tassel-like pieces hanging in front of the ears, and elaborate necklaces gracing her chest. The woman's face contains an expressionless gaze, and when it was found, combined traces of red, white, and blue decorative paint. The origin is puzzling and has become a matter of heated debate. Some scholars suggest that the sculpture is Iberian and may be associated with Tanit, while others have proposed the work reflects an Atlantean goddess. The unusual features of the sculpture, such as the apparent elongated head and the spools on the side of the head, have also prompted numerous alternative theories to be proposed. For example, according to some independent researchers, the spools are not part of a unique headdress, but are in fact a type of technological headgear that reflects the highly advanced nature of the Atlantean civilization. In 1997, the mayor of Elche fought to have the bust returned from the National Archaeological Museum of Spain in Madrid to the city of Elche to be on display during celebrations of the city's 2000th year. And it was to be a special exhibit, but the petition to have the bust returned was denied, and the government commission that denied the request asserted that the bust was too fragile to survive the journey from Madrid to Elche. However, others believe that this denial was based upon political motivations. The director of Elche's Archaeological Museum, Rafael Ramos, argued that it was preposterous to say that the statue could not survive the journey, noting that more delicate pieces are transported around the world regularly, like Egyptian remains. His belief is that those in Madrid worry that Elche would not want to return the statue, and that many other cultural relics would be removed from Madrid if the Lady of Elchi bust were allowed to be transported. This has created many issues of pride on both a local and regional level, and to those in the area, a cultural relic of Elche belongs in Elche. I mean, this is the same argument you get with excavating Native American sites, right? Like, yeah, we want to know more about Mesa Verde, but it's a historical monument, so whatever's been uncovered, that's it. I mean, I guess we can use ground penetrating radar to see how far in Mesa Verde goes, but besides that, unless sentiment changes, that's all we're going to see, boys. The disputes and theories regarding the Lady of Elche illustrate the cultural importance of the bust, and as a famous ancient icon of Spain, the bust represents their cultural past, and every Spanish school child learns about the bust and the stories behind the priestess. And while the disputes and theories about the bust may continue indefinitely, it is likely hoped by all of that the bust will remain safely preserved as a culturally significant symbol of ancient history. Well, since Spain is very Catholic, I wonder if they teach, how there used to be a Muslim presence in there, or, there's the Reconquista, and then there was everybody's famous Spanish Inquisition, right? So, are those taught in that too? Or are you guys just like America where you scrub your past? I don't know. This has been your host, Luke. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe for more. And this is definitely a statue of the Lady of Atlantis, known as that shows very complicated technology, and you can't convince me otherwise. Have a good night.